Ladies and gentlemen, the die has been cast and now the ball is in your court. Yes, it's time for you, the voter, to decide. Ahead of the big 2024 battle, the much anticipated semi-final is here. After their hectic visits and deliberations with political parties, in a span of 40 days, the Election Commission today announced the poll dates for 5 states. Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Telangana and Mizoram are all set to go to elections. Let's first quickly tell you all the dates that have been announced today. First up, Mizoram. Mizoram goes to polls on the 7th of November. Madhya Pradesh goes to polls 10 days later on the 17th of November. Chhattisgarh polls will be held in 2 phases, first on the 7th of November and the second on the 17th of November. Apart from this, Rajasthan, that state goes to polls on the 23rd of November and Telangana comes in last on the 30th of November. The verdict for these 5 states will be announced on the 3rd of December. Now, the Election Commission also addressed the issue of freebies. Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar said today that voters must know where the money for those freebies comes from.
आपको जैसे अवगत होगा, कमीशन ने एक परफॉर्मा इशू किया था। ये परफॉर्मा बेसिकली ये कहता है कि पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को अपने मैनिफेस्टो में क्या करेंगे ये बताने का अधिकार है, लेकिन साथ ही साथ वोटर को ये जानने का अधिकार है कि ये कब करेंगे, कितना करेंगे और कैसे करेंगे। प्रेजेंट वर्सेस फ्यूचर जनरेशंस, आप प्रेजेंट में कितना करना चाहते हैं और आर यू नॉट मॉर्गेजिंग द फ्यूचर जनरेशन। सो दिस इज अ बैलेंस व्हिच नीड्स टू कम एंड पीपल वोटर मस्ट नो कि वो फाइनेंशियल फंडामेंटल्स के बेसिस पे क्या पिक्चर निकल के आती है। इसलिए पब्लिक हैज ए राइट टू नो कि फ्रीबीज कहां से पूरे होंगे और वो डिस्क्लोजर्स पब्लिक को इन्फॉर्म चॉइस लेने के लिए होनी चाहिए। बट एज यू आर अवेयर, दिस मैटर इज सब जुडिस।
Now, there's a lot at stake. For example, in Rajasthan, the incumbent Congress aims to end the trend of alternative power in the state between itself and the BJP. On the other hand, in the southern state of Telangana, the poll battle is 3-way. It's BRS versus the BJP versus the Congress party. The BRS, headed by the Chief Minister KCR, would like to score an electoral hat-trick this poll season, while it is a do-or-die battle for the Congress. And for the BJP, it is a fresh opportunity to conquer the southern state.
आज तेलंगाना की जनता बदलाव चाहते हैं, परिवर्तन चाहते हैं। वो परिवर्तन भी, वो बदलाव भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के द्वारा ही चाहते हैं। कांग्रेस गठबंधन ने जो ही है, कोई भी नरेंद्र मोदी जी के खिलाफ गठबंधन किया, मगर देश के लिए, देश के जनता के लिए, देश के हित के लिए गठबंधन नहीं है। ये सिर्फ नरेंद्र मोदी जाना चाहिए, एक एजेंडा पर मिले हैं। अगर ये लोग सत्ता में नहीं आएंगे, आए तो भी 2 महीने में, 3 महीने में एक प्रधानमंत्री बदलना पड़ेगा, एक इनस्टेबल सरकार आएगा।
Now, as the day panned out today, Congress announced the caste census in the states that it governs. Listen in to what Rahul Gandhi said today.
Unanimously, the working committee has supported the idea of a caste census in the country. The entire Congress party has decided that it is going to wholeheartedly not just support the idea of the caste census, but force the BJP to carry out the caste census or then get out of the way so we can carry out the caste census. Now, most of the parties in the India Alliance are unanimous that the caste census should be implemented.
Meanwhile, the northeastern state of Mizoram is expected to largely witness a bipolar contest between the ruling Mizo National Front and Zoram People's Movement. The Congress and the BJP are till now the third and the fourth players in the state. And in other poll-bound states as well, remember, there's a lot that is already in talks, whether it's anti-incumbency, corruption, Manipur crisis, the infighting within the parties. All of this is being talked about. So how will this semi-final really pan out? I ask my guests tonight. I'm joined by Siddharth Yadav, spokesperson for the BJP. Matthew Anthony from the Congress joins me. Ravula Sridhar Reddy of the BRS also joins me, and Anil Sharma, senior journalist, also joins me. Good evening, namaskar, welcome. Thank you very much for speaking with Mirror Now. First to you, Anil Sharma, before I get into the politics of it. How do you see this really panning out? Coming, of course, ahead of the 2024 big battle, 5 states going into elections, very diverse results that are expected, very diverse fights that are expected in all of these states. How do you see this really panning out?
If you look at it in all the states, we are counting 5, 4 plus 1 in the south, 4 in the 3 in the north, 1 in the east and 1 in the south. If you look at it, I have my, if you ask me what's really going to happen, I see a very close fights in all these polls, particularly in northern states of, say, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, where I find that this fight is going to be very, very neck to neck. It's going to be neck to neck. And yes, as you said earlier, it's going to be a sort of a semi-final. And for BJP also, it's going to be, they'll keep a close watch. The higher-ups in the BJP will keep a close watch on the polls. If you look at the tickets distribution, we'll talk about Rajasthan first. They have declared 41 candidates for the Rajasthan Assembly polls out of 200 assembly seats we have. And in this, 7 MPs, including 1 from the Rajya Sabha, have been given a ticket. Now, what does it imply? Out of 41 and 7 are MPs, it implies that BJP is working on a strategy for 2024 elections. It clearly shows it. What they have done is they've given these 7 MPs the areas from which they come from. So they'll have to see in the assembly election that they are able to make a kind of a mark on the nearby constituencies also, so that it becomes easier for 2024 Lok Sabha polls. It's a sort of a strategy by BJP. Now, it works or not, that is to be seen. But one thing is there that in this ticket declaration, what I find, I'm only talking about Rajasthan because I'm in Rajasthan as of today, is somewhere Vasundhara Raje, who used to be very senior leader, has been somewhat sidelined, and she has not been given importance. If you look at the 41 tickets, majority of supporters are not there in the list. So it seems they are working on a strategy. They want a new person to be the new CM of the state, and they are working on that strategy. Similarly, in Madhya Pradesh, they have done. They have given tickets to MPs. So I feel, and as you rightly said, I'll go with it. It is basically a semi-final before the 2024 elections. Shreya.
Okay, since you mentioned Rajasthan, let's first talk about Rajasthan, and I'm going to go to Siddharth Yadav first of all. Siddharth, Anil also mentioned the fact that there has been a tussle, there has been infighting, which is very visible now publicly within the party. But I would give you that credit that it's not just the BJP, the Congress is also facing the same thing when it comes to the Gehlot versus pilot tussle we all have been seeing. But for the BJP, what are you really, expecting in Rajasthan? How do you plan to really go about it?
I think all issues regarding the infighting in parties can't just be based on rumors. But I think the developments as far as these elections are concerned must also be taken into account, because we have released the candidate lists for Madhya Pradesh, for Rajasthan, for Chhattisgarh, and the Congress party has not been able to do that. Our primary opponent has been announcing that they'll release their list by September. Then they said it's coming in 1 week, in 2 weeks. But the infighting is so much that they're not able to come out even with the probable candidates who are going to contest this election, which shows that the amount of infighting that Congress has in today and the indecisiveness in their party is can't be compared to any other situation. But when it comes down to Rajasthan, I think the face of corruption, of no governance, of rampant distrust amongst people, of lawlessness are going to be the main issues. And that is why people are joining in more and more numbers in the Parivartan Yatra. Rajasthan is one state which has seen in past 5 years the investment has gone down, tourism has gone down, the people are dissatisfied. When the entire country is growing, a state like Rajasthan, which is always on the forefront, has been at a loss. I can't still imagine why would a state like Rajasthan would have the highest prices for fuels, for petrol and diesel in their state, just because the state government has the highest VAT being imposed on those prices, and they want to build a narrative in the country that the fuel prices are as high. The prices, the paper leak incidents that we saw, there was no no examination conducted by the state government, which was not leaked. Such cheating that happened with the youth of Rajasthan, the people, the youth, the women, everybody is going to respond to that. We have seen the amount of rapes, the amount of lawlessness, 17 rapes a day in the state. The state is actually in shambles. There is lawlessness, and the state has failed the people. And those are going to be the primary issues that we're going to
let
take
me
up.
get in Matthew Anthony. Matthew, you want to respond to that? There's infighting. There is, of course, the BJP is also accusing the Congress of the fact that there has been corruption. Your own minister, had the red diary in front of the media where they accused the chief minister of corruption. The BJP is also accusing you of not keeping your women safe in the state. All of these issues are there. Matthew, I'd request you to unmute yourself. I believe you're on mute.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, please go ahead, Matthew.
I'm of the opinion that while he made the allegations, he simply forgets the fact that Rajasthan was the first state to implement the right to health care in the state. Then, there is a 25 lakhs of free health care, cashless health care, which has been implemented. Then the Indira Gandhi Urban Employment Scheme has old pension scheme. There's a free electricity given to the people. When the lawlessness or whatever is claimed to have happened, we have taken immediate actions on that one. If at all I start putting out the list of incidents in the BJP ruled state as well as in Manipur, there is no end to it, and this airtime will not be able to kind of take the entire list of atrocities done by the BJP governments against women in their states. Will be more than enough, to kind of say that who's better in handling that one. At least, the difference of opinions between Gehlot and Sachin Pilot has been there in the public, and we have discussed. We have come into discussing the matter in public as well as in private, and those things are coming to a conclusive agreements. However, BJP doesn't have the freedom to kind of even speak about the disagreements. They do simply sidelining. And in a state of 5 crores plus people, don't they have people from the local side? Why do they want to have 7 MPs coming down to contest the MLA assembly elections? Don't they have people in their local levels to contest the MLA elections? That's exactly what I want to ask the BJP guys on this.
Siddharth Yadav, you want to respond to that quickly? Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes,
please. Then I'm going to bring Ravula Sridhar Reddy also into the debate.
I think I'll request my Congress friend that I thank him for accepting that there are differences in the Congress party. Sir, we are not discussing our differences because we don't have any. There's no differences in Bharatiya Janata Party, and that is why we are not discussing. You are coming out and accepting that, yes, it is public. We are accepting all of that.
We are an honest party.
Mr. Matthew, please, and I'm responding to a second question.
Yes.
We are fielding.
No, but you're telling the lie.
We are fielding.
You're brutally lying.
Mr. Matthew, I'm responding to a question. We are fielding a
Matthew, one at a time, please. Let him respond. Let him respond, please, Matthew.
We are fielding our members of parliament in state elections because those are our karyakarta. Because in our party, whatever responsibility is given to any karyakarta, there is no infighting. There is no, I'll not do this, I'll not do this, or I'll not go and cry in front of the grand family family or in the Shehzada and I'll get it revoked. It doesn't happen this way. This is our strategy. At least we're able to come out with the candidates. What is there in fighting in your party that you can't even declare your candidates? Why so, sir? Come out with the candidates. You field whosoever you want to. Field Gehlotji from all states, but at least come out with the candidates. But you can't do that, and you can't answer all the questions that I raised, all the allegations against your state government, because those are the allegations that the people are looking out at, and those allegations are going to be the reasons for you going out of the power.
We are looking at the good governance which is given by the Rajasthan
Okay,
government, and
okay.
also whenever there is no perfect state, and whenever there are issues in the state, that has been addressed by the law and order, and that has been taken care of. When you say about the red diary, I would rather say about the Karnataka minister who was caught red-handed with cash.
Sir, I did not even say red diary.
But there is somebody,
Your
somebody from
minister
BJP
said red diary. I have not mentioned red diary.
So I'm
in
saying,
this debate, I have not mentioned red diary. Your minister came out and said about red diary.
Karnataka, a BJP minister
in the
was
Vidhan Sabha
caught
that
in
there's
cash.
red diary.
Was caught with cash.
Okay, gentlemen, okay, fine. Both of you have made your points. Let me also now get in Ravula Sridhar Reddy into the debate. Ravula Sridhar Reddy, the BRS, of course, has already announced in August 115 out of the 119 seats. How confident are you this time around that the party will win this year's election too?
Yeah, Shreya, we are going to win again, and Sri KCR will be the chief minister for the third time. We are going to, make a hat trick, and both Congress and BJP are, fighting for a distant second. Mr. Siddharth Yadav is asking Congress party to announce their candidates in Rajasthan, but what happened in Telangana, sir? You're fighting as now. Delhi become the center for your infighting, overfighting, excessive all that. So before teaching others, put your things in place, put your, party in order. So what I'm trying to tell you here, both Congress and BJP are not a competition at all to us. And BJP is completely out of the race in Telangana. And we believe the people and their faith on us and whatever we have done in the past 9 years, the welfare and development in the new state of Telangana from 2014 under the able leadership of Sri KCR will give us the victory, and we will be getting more than 90 seats this time. Absolutely no doubt on it. And people of Telangana already have decided whom to vote for. It is going to be BRS again. So the allegations and this kind of criticism or these political tourists who are coming to our state are not going to get any, benefit out of these, loud statements or big public meetings and all that, whether it is Prime Minister
but Ravula
or the
Sridhar
Home Minister.
Reddy, what about the anti-incumbency that your state is facing? What about the farmers' issues? What about the resolution to the Krishna water dispute? What about all these issues that have remained over the past several years in Telangana?
Yeah, anti-incumbency is a creation of both BJP and Congress. There is no reason for anti-incumbency in our state. Why people should not, should be against us? You are talking about farmers. We are the only state in the entire country who has done the best, and nobody is a match to us in doing the farmers' welfare. We are the only state which is giving a proper investment support to the farmers in the name of Raitu Bandhu. In the past 9.5 years, we have, rather deposited 73,000 crores in the accounts of the farmers in the form of Raitu Bandhu, which is the biggest direct benefit transfer scheme to the farmers. And the Raitu Bima, the insurance scheme, even a farmer of a small extent will get this scheme insurance. 5 lakh insurance, no state in the country is implementing. 24 hours power and free power to the farmers. And the kind of infrastructure that we have created today, the kind of irrigation facilities that we have created in the state has increased the ayakat, increased the crop. So every crop, whatever the farmers have bought out, the state government buys it and pays them in 15 days' time. And the kind of welfare we have done in the past 9 years for every section, the women or old age people or physically privileged and all that. Telangana today is absolutely number one in both social and development indicators. No other state is a match to us. So anti-incumbency is a creation. Undoubtedly, we are going to form the government for the third time. And today you take any number, I was just telling you, per capita income.
Okay, that of course we'll see on the 3rd of December. Ravula Sridhar Reddy. Let me go across to the spokespersons of the BJP and the Congress, Siddharth Yadav and Matthew Antony. Yes, Anil, I will come back to you first. I'll just go to the BJP and the Congress. Let them respond. Siddharth Yadav, starting with you. Respond to Sridhar Reddy, number one. Number two, of course, Siddharth, for the BJP, it's a fight for survival. It's a fight to make inroads into the southern states. You lost Karnataka there. Last time around, you had 3 seats out of the 119. So clearly, it's a fight for survival for the BJP
Only
this
one
time
in the
around.
general elections.
No,
Shreya, I want to
no,
correct
not
you.
really.
Only
Not-
one in the general elections.
I will.
Two in
Okay.
the
Mr. Reddy,
by-elections.
let me respond. Mr. Reddy, let me respond.
Please,
No, not
please.
really. I don't think that is
Okay,
the case.
okay,
It is
go
not-
ahead, Siddharth.
It is not a fight for us for survival. The last municipal polls in Telangana have proved what is the actual gravity, the actual presence of Bharatiya Janata Party on ground, and how is the mood of people resonating. And it's going to be shown in this polls definitely. But my friend from Mr. Reddy was very confident about the entire BRS being very confident in this election. Then why is the chief minister contesting from 2 seats? I still don't know. If he's not confident about himself winning, that shows that what is the confidence of the party. But he was talking about a lot of schemes, but he did not speak about the daughter of KCR being involved in the Delhi liquor scam, and the entire government, every MLA, every minister, the most corrupt government that this country has ever seen is of the BRS, is of the KCR government, and that the people are going to definitely
Okay, Sridhar Reddy,
to.
respond to that. Yes, you please go ahead.
You're not responding to the
Sridhar, quickly respond to that.
the youth scam, and so many scams that are
Congress
happening in your
Party,
government.
BJP always speaks about the municipal elections. They conveniently forget to mention the immediate election which has happened after that. A graduate MLC election, which is the span of 3 districts. We defeated the BJP sitting MLC. Number one. Number two,
Sir, you are
he
with
is
the support
questioning
sticks of
KCR
OBC.
contesting from. Listen, Mr. Siddharth. You are questioning KCR contesting from 2 seats. Why did Mr. Narendra Modi contest from both Varanasi and Baroda? And usse pehle Vajpayee ji from Lucknow and some other place.
Sir, you
Advani
are
ji,
most
Gandhinagar.
confident. We never said that. You
My
are
dear
saying you are
sir,
very confident.
ये बोलने में रहते हैं. We are confident that our leader Mr. KCR was never defeated by anyone in the past 40 years. He has contested from Siddipet, Mehbubnagar, and now in Gajwel. And
There's
wherever
always
he
the
goes,
first time,
it's a
sir. This
victory.
time is the first time.
Sir, I am telling you, BJP cannot even cross single digit. Don't dream. Okay, you are
Time is
Telangana.
also speak about the scam, sir. Also speak about the KCR daughter liquor
All
scam.
allegations
Also
that
speak
you
about
made.
the TSPSC youth
Speak about
scam.
Adani, no? Speak
Speak
about
all
Adani.
the
Or
what
Pradhani
Adani,
or
sir?
Adani
I'm
ka
speaking
jumla
about
bataiye.
the scams that
This
your
is
government is
allegation,
involved in.
Mr.
All your
Siddharth.
ministers are
Okay.
involved in that.
Book cases, right?
Okay, gentlemen.
You will not
Okay,
speak,
let
sir.
me also bring
Your
in
book
Anil
cases.
Sharma and Matthew Antony into this.
Investigation is
Okay,
on.
gentlemen.
What happened after
Anil
that?
Sharma.
Yeah, I
Okay,
just want to,
Anil Sharma.
I
Yeah,
wanted to say only
quickly.
a single liner. It is basically a fight between Modi's beneficiaries versus Baghel's beneficiaries and Gehlot beneficiaries, if you look at it. It is a fight between the beneficiaries because Bhupesh Baghel has, given lots of stops to people there. It's similarly in Rajasthan, if you look at it, what Mr. Matthew was saying, it's right. Right to health, no one has come across so far in any of the states where you get right to health, right to minimum wages. Yes, he's right. But it is going to be a fight between the beneficiaries of Gehlot and Baghel versus beneficiaries of Mr. Modi. So I just want to add this line because I don't want to be in the group of 3, esteemed kind of spokesperson of parties, political parties, I'm just judging it and I'm sensing it. It's going to be a fight. And even look at Madhya Pradesh, what is happening. They've put, Kamal Nath has already announced some of the schemes, So it is a fight basically between the beneficiaries of the Prime Minister and the beneficiaries of the Chief Ministers. Now, where do the voters go? It is to be seen.
Yeah, and the Election Commission has made it very clear today. Election Commission did talk about freebies today, where they said that, if political parties have to, then they have to tell the voters how the money is used, where it's coming from and where it's going.
Shreya, he's talking
right?
about the...
Okay, but one of the things I also want to talk about...
He's talking about, the election commission was talking about the manifestos which are going to be prepared now, before the elections. He was not talking about retrospective effect, what happened.
Yeah.
So my point is, it is going to be a fight, very interesting fight within beneficiaries of the both.
Yeah, okay, Matthew Anthony, this is something, I'm coming to you, Matthew. But one thing I want to talk to you about is what Rahul Gandhi said today, the fact that Congress has announced caste census in all the states that it is governing. Number one, are you saying that you support caste-based politics? Number two, Rahul Gandhi also said that this is a progressive step towards development of the poor. And I don't understand, if you have to help the poor, why don't you do a census of the economically weaker people? Why are you going about doing a census of caste?
You're asking me?
Matthew.
The question is to
I'm
Anil or
asking
me?
Matthew.
Okay. With respect to the caste census, it's been pending for a long time in this country, and that's why the Congress party really feels, that from the time of the Constituent Assembly, we have been giving so much of importance for this, because it has got large to do with the empowerment of the weaker sections of the society. So the economic weaker sections as well as the caste census are also equally important, because that is the way in which to identify how we can empower the societies who are really empowered, who are really still weak, or who are not even getting the privilege of being accepted in different parts of the society and its culture. So it's very important from that perspective. Coming back to the comments made by Mr. Reddy and Siddharth, sometimes I feel a bit.
To that caste question point.
Siddharth, let me complete.
So Matthew, can I give you?
Let me complete.
Siddharth, I'm going to come to you.
Let me complete it. Okay, then there are two parties which are completely in denial of any problem with them. They are the 250% perfect parties in this country, where there is nothing wrong with them. Nothing, absolutely nothing wrong. The TRS is saying that no, there is no anti-incumbency at all. Then, we saw the Karnataka from BJP, and we saw the Prime Minister single-handedly leading that campaign, and we saw the result in front of us. Let us look for the result in Telangana also. We have made our commitment to the people. And when Congress says about development, we have things which are tangible, which can be realized, which can be seen. All what we are saying is about, which can be seen across, which can be touched and felt across, which can be availed by the people. BJP's development is nothing, but just they don't say they have any relationship with Adani, but Adani gets everything. They say that they are the best party to govern the states as well as the country, but they don't have a prime minister who can even make a single statement on Manipur. So these are the kind of things which we are facing across. TRS, for a moment I thought 73,000 crores went into the chief minister from the TRS budget, from the Telangana budgets, as well as from the Delhi scams. Then they say that there are so many things there. But let us wait for the December 3rd, and the polls will show the results, where people will believe Congress for the progressive development, as well as the reliable party which can give, or which is dependent for the people to kind of to elect them for the governance part of it. And we will see in December 3 in which states who all is going to come back to power. We are absolutely confident of winning most of the states in the 5 states elections.
Okay, Siddharth, now respond. You wanted to make a point, please go ahead.
First of all, I would like to thank. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Reddy. Please let me respond.
Sridhar Reddy, I'm going to come to you. Sridhar Reddy. First, Siddharth, you please respond, and then Mr. Reddy, please.
I think Mr. Matthew is the most honest Congress spokesperson that we have ever seen, because he just accepted that in the liquor scam of Delhi, the BRS and the KCR, they have received money. So the next time any action is done on any member of the Aam Aadmi Party, your members of parliament should not tweet against it when any Sanjay Singh is arrested, and you should not go and support. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting that all such scams are happening, and that you also acknowledge that all these scams are not good for the country. But I'll come back to the caste census promise that the Congress party is making.
Where is the 20,000 crores of Adani coming from?
Mr. Matthew, I'm responding. Don't get agitated. I'm responding. Now I'll come back to the caste census question. I think it is very unfortunate that such leaders who claim themselves to be the Shehzadas of the country and, stalwart
Why do you
leaders
want
of
to
the
make a
Congress or
remark like
primary
that?
or
We are
Congress
not making
party.
any remark to Prime Minister Modi in a different manner. But you can
Mr. Matthew,
speak
I'm sorry.
respectfully. You can speak respectfully about another political
let me
leader.
make my point.
Please.
Shehzada is not a bad word, sir. It's like a prince. You
Why do
want to
you-
make him the king. I'm saying he's the prince.
No,
Don't
he
get
is a
agitated.
leader.
I'm
Why
responding.
do you want to kind of give a
Sir,
different name to
let me respond. I'll come to that.
Okay, let's move on.
Now
Siddharth,
Congress,
please make your point and then I'm going to go to Ravula Reddy also.
just on the caste census, Congress party is coming in promising in state polls that they're going to get caste census done if they come to power. This is unconstitutional. They can't do this. I'm not concerned about whether it should happen or not. But the Article 246 of our constitution only gives the right to the central government to conduct any sort of census. The Schedule 7 List 1 gives the right to the central government. If one promise of their manifesto is illegal, unconstitutional, how can the people believe that whatever else they are going to promise in their manifesto for the benefit of the people is going to be true? Because all such manifestos, all such promises are just false because they are hungry to be in power and they can say or do anything just to convince people or to mislead people for them to bring back to power. That's it.
Okay, fine. Sridhar Reddy, please come in. You wanted to make a point. Please go ahead.
These parties, first let them announce their candidates. BJP doesn't have candidates in more than 20 seats, and Congress does not have candidates after 70 seats, and they talk about giving us competition, and they don't have anything to say. The regular political corruption cases, liquor case, and all. Who stops you? You are BJP today. You have extended arms of BJP, ED, IT, CBI, book cases. You are already booked cases on us. Try to rather harassing
the
all
last
the
time
political opponents.
one leader said this was Sanjay Singh and he's now in jail.
Listen, sir, Congress party has there's nothing
you
to
must
offer.
know what you are saying because the next term can be for KCR.
You are daydreaming. Both Congress and BJP in Telangana. You are no competition. People of Telangana are clear.
Sir, come out of that overconfidence. The people of Telangana
Okay, let me go to Anil Sharma.
Shreya Prime Minister has come to our state for more than
please
dozen
come
times.
out of that overconfidence. The people are going to respond to you.
BJP has a joining committee.
They are fighting against you. Nobody else. The people of Telangana are fighting against you.
Them, even when Prime Minister comes. That is your state of affairs in BJP.
Okay, gentlemen, you've made your points. Anil Sharma, I'm going to come to you. And, this is regarding a very important issue, which is the women's safety. We've seen women's safety being in danger in all of these states. It's not a one-state problem. It's a challenge everywhere. Specifically, when we talk about Mizoram, place like Madhya Pradesh, which has seen the Ujjain horror also, we know that there have been cases in Rajasthan as well. Mizoram, I say, because the spillover from the Manipur crisis will, of course, happen in other northeastern states as well. How do you see the women's safety and therefore the women voters really swaying this time around?
You have raised a very valid point. I think it's going to play a very important role. In Rajasthan or places like Manipur, if you talk about Rajasthan, because Siddharth was talking about Rajasthan, crime has been a problem, no doubt. I'll accept it because I've been here and I'm watching it. Crime has been a problem, but they've tried to fix it quite late. Before the election, they've trying to fix it. They have not fixed it as of yet. And it's going to play a very important role. But on the other side also, if you look at it, you are not giving any of the parties, I'm not talking about a party in particular, not giving prominence or dominance to women in the candidates list, if you look at it. Even today, if you look at the list of Rajasthan, you'll find only a few women being offered the ticket. Most probably 3 or 4. Not more than that, maybe because I've not gone through it completely, but it should not be more than that. So you are not, on the one side, you talk about women bill, and on the other side, you don't offer them, tickets. That is quite worrisome because women, you look at Vasundhara Raje also, it seems from the tickets that she has been sidelined by the BJP here in Rajasthan. So I always feel it's an all party, it's not about BJP or Congress or any other party. But yes, the due is not being given to the women, that's for sure. Shreya?
Okay. One more thing I want to talk about, Anil Sharma, is the first-time voters. And these are interesting segments which really contribute a substantial share. Siddharth, I will come to you on this. But first to Anil Sharma, you know, we have 75.39 lakh first-time voters this time around. And trust me when I say that young youth voters, first-time voters are not impressed with the kind of caste talks that go on during elections. At the same time, the Election Commission has said that 2,900 plus youth-managed polling stations will be there to encourage young voters. You know, with due respect to the Election Commission and everybody there, do you think that youth managing polling booths will encourage them instead of the kind of issues that political parties talk about? You're doing a caste census, you're talking about women's safety, you know, you have unemployment of youth. These are the issues that youth are concerned about, not the fact that, you know, you're trying to encourage first-time voters by having youth-managed polling booths.
You are absolutely right, Shreya, because if we look at it, unemployment right now is a major issue. In all the states, you talk about Rajasthan, you talk about nearing Rajasthan, Haryana, you talk about Madhya Pradesh, you talk about Chhattisgarh, you talk about any of the states. Employment is a major issue. Unemployment is a major issue, and youth are looking at it. And we are talking about, you know, I'll come to one of the states now, Rajasthan again. 22 lakh is the number of new voters in Rajasthan. And if you look at it in the last election, 2018, BJP and Congress, the vote share difference was only 0.5%. Now that means it will be somewhere around 1,35,000 or 1,40,000 voters. This 22 lakh voters will make a huge difference. In which way are they going right now? We don't know. But yes, unemployment, women's safety are going to play an important role. You cannot encourage youth voters to the booths by only engaging youths at the polling sites. You know, it will not. For them, two things are very important. That is, yes, the third thing is also important. That's inflation. These three things are very important. So I think, you know, these things will be the major issues for the new voters. Shreya.
Okay. Quickly, Siddharth, you wanted to make a point. Please go ahead. 30 seconds and I'm going to have to wrap this debate up. Quickly.
Yeah, I think definitely I agree with the analysis of Anil ji. And new voters, when they're going to vote, definitely unemployment is a challenge. And that is why in states where in broad daylight, beheadings happen, where no investments can come, where there is lawlessness, uncomparable lawlessness, definitely no investments and no new opportunities for the youth can happen. And the youth are going to be prioritizing such issues. And that is why the reason we are very confident that we'll form a government in all the states in the coming polls.
But Siddharth, this goes in states like Madhya Pradesh also, where there is unemployment, there are allegations of corruption, there is anti-incumbency for the longest serving Chief Minister of the BJP, Shivraj Singh Chauhan. We have all these issues there, of course, ahead of the elections, but of course, we'll have to see how these few months pan out. And of course, the 3rd of December is the D-Day for all of you. So we'll see then, of course. Till then, lots of issues to be talked about, to be challenged. But till then, let's wrap this debate up. In the next few months, of course, hopefully we'll be meeting more and talking more on these issues. Siddharth Yadav, Matthew Anthony, Ravula Reddy and Anil Sharma, thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us on Mirror Now and sharing your perspective on the big battle ahead of the 2024 general elections. With that, we're heading into a short break. News and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned to Mirror Now.